Begin the sleeve placket by marking the face on both sides, then using the pattern template to mark the drill marks and notches at the bottom so that you know where to line up the pieces. We mark the faces together so that we can put them both facing up as we match up our drill marks and notches at the bottom, and then we can pin these two pieces in place. Now we'll draw around that box with a pencil so that we have a nice stitch line to follow, because precision is important in making this placket fit. I'll start at the bottom, stitching all the way up to the corner. When I get there, I'll manually lower my needle and stitch over to the other corner, reposition, and stitch all the way down the box, ending with a back tack. Next, we'll cut through the middle in that Y shape that you can see on the paper pattern placket. So we'll cut through the middle of the box and then angle over into the corners, being careful not to cut through the thread. Next, we'll flip our pieces out and using our iron help to set those stitches in place before we continue folding our placket all the way out to the face of the garment for its final installation. Starting on the underside of the placket, we'll roll everything over and into place and give it a press to help hold it there, and then bring over the top part of our placket, folding in 1/4 of an inch for the seam allowance, and then folding the 1/2 inch placket in place. And then finally we'll come up to the top and close off that corner so we don't have any exposed seams. And here you can see that placket. Again, we're going to start on the underside of the placket at the bottom or sleeve opening. We're going to line up our placket so that the edge is right along the right edge of our zipper foot, giving us a nice beautiful edge stitch. And we'll stitch all the way to the top, cut our threads loose, and then to stitch the top placket in place, we want to begin by coming across to connect the over and under placket. So we'll start by coming across, going right up to the edge, and then use an awl or something to tuck everything back in place. As you stitch up into the corner, you want to make sure you've got it nice and tight in that corner before you change the angle. And then finally, on our last stitch, we're going to come all the way down the entire placket, ending with a back tack. And here you can see that beautiful placket, how she finished up, and that's the technique for installing it in other garments.